Hi, I'm Rich Killblane with Virginia Aikikai, and I have my sparring partner here, Amanda Olmstead. And this instructional video, we're going to talk about Kotegaeshi, how we get it in sparring. And we're going to cover how it works and how it doesn't work. What we found in pressure testing, that it's really hard to get the Omote and the Ura. All right, so the first thing I want to bring up is yes, you can catch the jab, and I'll have Amanda demonstrate that real quick. All right. So, all right, let me see if I can get it past. Okay, get over here, just because this shoulder hurts. Well, no matter how fast I try to do that, she can catch it. Why? Why?
Well, because I'm moving with you, and I'm also getting behind it. So.
Mm-hmm. And one thing you got to understand about a boxer is, he throws that hand out there, where does it want to return to? Right back here. So Amanda's good on her timing, that she can actually catch that going out and keep it out. But if you're not that comfortable with it, you got to remember, the hand's coming back, so all you got to do is put it there. All right? Put it there, and I'll bring it back to your hand. You do it. There, that's all I have to do. It's there. Okay. Now, if you want to learn, first of all, to be able to catch that jab, you have to be as loose and relaxed as the boxer is. Most boxers, they are not pushing that punch out, muscling it out. They're relaxed, their hands are open, and they throw it out, and they tighten up on impact. So a drill I've done with almost every beginner, go ahead and put in, if they're a little bit stiff, is just sit there and go like that until they just relax and move their hand with mine. And then it's just real easy. They just, what we like to do is just slap it. Okay, so that's how you catch the jab. So I'm going to do Kotegaeshi. Hey, throw your jab. There. Ow. Okay. Yeah, you know, and I was training with a number of black belts from second dan to fourth dan, and I was telling them what we were learning in our sparring and the pressure testing, that most of the time we're getting hit in the face, okay, with the Ura. And what we think is the problem is slow. So you throw it, I catch it, I'm doing the Tenkan, but there's so much movement here that it allows your uke, if he or she follows her hand, will recover their balance and they're able to hit you, okay? And so when I said, hey, let's just do it, do Ura, and at the end, have your uke, see if they can just touch the Nagi's nose. More than a 50% failure rate on that, okay? Now, what I've learned, now you take a sixth dan or higher, once they get your hand, you're probably not recovering from it because they keep your balance. Now, here's what I found that does work if you want to try to perfect your Ura, is there, keep that elbow down, okay? Again, all right, so, and I'll bring this up later when we talk about resistance. But if you can get this elbow like that, that takes away their extra punch there. So when you throw that, and I do I'm going to do this way here, boom. So I take that elbow that way, and it takes that punch away. All right. So it can work, but for the most part, if you pressure tested it, you'll have a high failure rate until you keep getting better and better, and then it does work. What we found in sparring is tenshin, which she's going off at an angle to get it, and my balance is going on that. And it's interesting because the angle tends, we always thought it was like a 15 or 35 degree angle here, until we trained with some people who have a wider stance. And we realized it's actually the line that your knees form, okay? So with this, I'm throwing this. She's lined up like that. And what that does, no, stay there. But what we found is, this is, once you got that hand is not your threat anymore. This is not a danger. You control it. This is your motivation right now. And the fact that she's moving to a place where I really have to reach, and my knees are actually in my way. Get back over here. So if I got a wider stance, move a little bit more that way, yeah. And here's something you can do to test this. Let's go ahead and grab that. And yeah, that's good. So to find out why that worked, so you keep moving down. And what you find is you start moving here more than 90 degrees, you're back in the range of my punch. But there's a perfect angle that puts you the furthest from this. Okay, so we'll slow it down. You can watch the videos of Amanda dropping me. This is one of the most common throws she gets with me. Go watch the sparring video. So we'll do it a little where she catches it and drops it and walks through, okay? I will point something out, get over here. And when we first started doing this, and we didn't have the confidence we did, we were out here, right? We were out here because we wanted to put as much distance between our face and that hand. And we would come here and then we're getting like this and we're forcing it down. And the more comfortable we get with it is just right there. And you know, there's a lot of ways to pull it off. You can get a lot of movement there, however you want. But I'm going to tell you one thing you're probably not going to get. Okay, relax. That. Most of us, when we're taught Aikido, this is Kotegaeshi. You get somebody who's got, a boxer's going to have a really strong wrist. And when throws that punch, yeah, you're probably not going to break that. So that is not what you're trying to do. You're trying to just, moving that down. And there's and how do you pull that one off? What's going on here?
Screwing on the lid.
Yeah. And do you have to grab it tight?
Not really. I don't want him to get away.
Yeah, you just have to just rest your hand on it and just, big fist, just rest it right there and just like turn it and drop it. Okay? Any other ideas you had on how this works?
There's the one where you gotta go past with it. Or it works better that way.
Okay. Oh, this is, if you've gotten a lot of good torque, there. Yeah, so you want to take them, so I'll show you this, you extend them over that foot, then drop them down, or as I showed in a previous video, that. But what we find, especially with her, the most common one is this is where you get stuck. And I've had her do this before, okay? Now, two things. One, go ahead, push. All right. Now I wanted her to do this at one time. If you notice, her homie is pointing that way. Okay, so, all right, now, just move your, when she lines her homie up with me at an angle, it works better. Okay, so if you're doing this and it doesn't seem to throw the punch, and I'm going like this, that's probably your problem. But just adjust your homie and it'll take their balance. And as I pointed out in the previous video, walking through. Big problem Amanda has when it doesn't work is she's there, and she gets stiff. Basically, she's holding me up. But the moment she just relaxed, let her hands fall and walk through, it works. Now, a common problem we're going to run into with a lot of fighters is they muscle it, and they don't want you to take their hand out there. What they're going to do is they're going to pull it right back into here. All right? And we were having fun the other day working on this. Like, what do you do when throw a punch? Hey, I'll pull it right in here. We find that a lot, okay? Especially with fighters. So you sit there. Now, one thing you don't want to do. You're going to eat that hook. You're just going to get beat up, okay? You got to get this thing fast, okay? Don't be playing around with that. And I watched Amanda and Yuri, you know, they throw it, and the idea was, okay, Aikidos tend to just, our feet are nailed to the mat. So you go out that way, and how about fiction? Yeah, and it works, it works. But one thing you're going to find with a real fighter, boxer, she does that to me all the time. Yeah, she's going to turn right into me. So trying to twist it out, I watch these two go down like that, and watching do this. Yeah, now she's reacting the way I showed her. Oh yeah, follow it with your nose and then extend your hand out. Now you're out of it. But what we found was a real trick. So I throw it. If I tighten up here, okay. So the elbow, this arm goes, the elbow points that way. This arm, the elbow points that way. So what you want is my elbow down, and then the other arm. Resist, resist, resist. There, got a little bit of movement. There. So you want that elbow. So your motivation now is this. Yeah, oh, wow, it works real good now, doesn't it?
Motivation.
Yeah, over here, over here. So I throw the punch, I pull it in, I'm like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, that's a common problem you're going to run in with fighters, is they want to pull their arms back in and hold it there. Now, as you're playing with this, one of the problems with Aikido is we never get past this stage right here. All Aikido is a drill against a single attack. And that's important because that's how you develop muscle memory. You figure out what works and you keep repeating it until it just becomes muscle memory. The next level of training is now to pressure test it. So this is where now I'm going to throw a jab, but it's really going to be a 1-2 combination if I can pull it off. So what I'm going to do is, it's still a committed jab. I want to try to hit her. It's not baiting. She does that to me. Here, grab it. Grab that. See? Okay, so I'm going to throw this, and if I can, I'm going to tag her. Now, remember, in training, safety. Okay, in the drill, all we're going to do is reach out and touch them, okay? If you're worried about possibly hitting, just reach out and touch their nose, okay? So, there we go. That's what I'm working on. Who's holding me up? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, other side, other side, other side, okay? Yeah, okay. Hey, try to embarrass me, okay? One thing about it is when you get this, if there's a second punch coming, you want this down as quickly as you possibly can get it, okay? And what we find is the most efficient way to get Kotegaeshi is Tenshin. Now, so why do we do the other movements? Orta and Emote. Because they're the most difficult ways to get it. You don't throw those out. You keep practicing those until you can get them in sparring. But you need to be able to do the traditional Aikido to learn the magic, learn the fundamentals, how it works, in order to be able to do it in sparring. Anything?
No,
Okay, thank you. Hey, play with this and see what works for you.